Travel Bits. This is a show where I offer up my opinions and experiences and knowledge on anything travel. I'm your host, Bonnie Quartermanch of Bonnie's Travel, a small home-based travel agency right here in Seekonk. Today I'd like to pass on hopefully some travel hints and tips that I've picked up through the years of going on vacation. A lot of people now like to travel with carry-on bags because the airlines now charge a small fortune for checked bags. So there is a lot of freedom in being able to wheel your own suitcase on the plane with you, stow it overhead, and then leave with you. This eliminates your bag not reaching the airport with you at the same time, lost luggage. You don't have to wait at the baggage claim with hundreds of other people grabbing their suitcases. You can make a beeline for your ground transportation and start your vacation that much earlier. So normally, my vacations, I'm lucky enough to go somewhere warm and tropical because that's where I like to vacation best. So the things that I have packed in my bag that I'm going to show you today is for a vacation in the Caribbean. Before we get onto my suitcase, I want to tell you about my first piece. This bag, normally, this bag will be the bag that slides underneath the seat in front of you. So you need something fairly small. I recommend something with zippers so things don't get spilled out into the aisle and lost or left behind. In this bag, you're going to pack all of your medications, all of your valuables, the things that you need for entertainment during your flight, and then snacks and the such. This bag stays with you all the time, so that's why it's good to keep your valuables with you. Now inside my bag, one of the first things is a travel size mug, empty of course. Because once you get through security, more and more airports have water fill stations, so you can fill up your own drink, and then that way you're going to save a lot of money. Also, when you get to your hotel, most of the hotels now, they all have coffee machines right in your room, so you can make your coffee to go. And if you're staying at an all-inclusive resort, any bartender will be more than happy to fill this up for you with your drink, and it stays nice and cold. Another thing that I pack with me, that I keep with me, is either an umbrella or my sunglasses, because you never know what the weather's going to be like once you reach your destination. Also, it's a good idea to I pack all my charging cords in case there are delays at the airport. You want to make sure you can charge your items, and also portable. This is a portable charger in case you can't find the outlets. I tend to carry a small crossbody bag with me. No need for a big bag, you're on vacation. I also like to make sure it's something small that's going to fit inside this bag, because there is the airports usually only allow you two pieces of baggage. One goes in the overhead bin above you on the plane, and the other goes in the seat pocket, the seat in front of you. And some airlines can be very strict about that. Also, when I'm traveling, I tend to get a little cold on the flights. So I bring a little pashmina, a little throw or something, just to ward off the chill. Use it as a blanket or a pillow. And sometimes, too, socks or slippers to make your flight a little bit more comfortable. Also, when you're on a flight, you want to make sure that you're dressing comfortably because you just want to be comfortable. Also, you want to, I pack my Kindle and my iPad, because those are pretty much all I need for entertainment purposes on the flights. You can obviously bring books. You can bring your laptops, anything like that. I also, because I dress, when I'm leaving on vacation, I dress for here, but I pack for the weather that's at my destination. And I like to be comfortable, and I find airports and airplanes themselves on the chilly side, so I dress warm. But if I'm going to the tropics, it's going to be warm. So I don't want to be in a sweater when I get there. So I find it's always a good idea to pack just a sundress, and of course my sandals too, because you don't want to be in boots when you're hitting the tropics and it's 85 degrees and you have your winter Uggs on or something. This way you can change while you're on the plane. You get off the plane, you're nice and comfortable. You don't have to worry about the weather. And sometimes too, you check into your resort early, and the rooms aren't ready for you. So it's a good idea to pack a bathing suit. That way you can head right to you can change and head right to the beach. Also, in that bag that I was talking about, that sits in the seat in front of you on the floor, I try not to make it too full, because that's like my overflow bag in case I buy a few too many souvenirs or whatnot. You need that extra space, so you don't want to have to check a bag, and it's just, you know, more space is better than less space. So when packing in a this is a carry-on size bag, there are height and weight issues. They're fairly standard. They're 14 by 22, I believe, and no more than 35 pounds. But the thing is, you got to make sure that you can lift it yourself to put it overhead. So you can't, you know, make it too heavy. Also, there is always a chance that this bag can be checked. I've been on flights lately where, depending on the order that you board the plane, they do run out of overhead bin space. So you want to make sure that you decorate your bag somehow so you can identify it in case you're pulling it off the carousel of baggage claim. I had a little name tag here. I got, you know, my strap. And it just helps to identify the bag in case you need to check it. Or actually they'll check it for you. So let me show you what I got in my bag. So when you're going through security, of course, when you're traveling like this, you will be taking your bag through security. So that presents its own set of time constraints too. It does make going through security a little bit longer, but it is what it is, and everybody does it now, and you'd be surprised. It goes pretty quick. One of the things that you are required to do when going through security is to take your bag of your liquids out, and they need to go in one of those bins. All your liquids, which include creams and lotions outside of liquids, cannot be any more than 3 ounces in size, and they need to be in a quart size clear container, bag, whatever. Another thing too that I want to point out, and this has saved me because I've had numerous leaks throughout my travels, is when you bring in liquids through, and this usually is just for the things that you've already opened, is you want to add this little piece of plastic over every opening. and then just cover it up. I have not had a single leak since I started doing this. You want to put it on your creams, on your gels, on your lotions. Believe me, it's saved explosions in my bags. There's been, I don't know how many times I've gone into my bag at destination and had to take everything out, wipe everything down, because my bottle of face cream has exploded. Oops, that's my expansion one. So when you're packing in a carry-on bag, obviously you're limited on what you can bring. So the best thing to do is, before you start your packing, you want to plan out your outfits. You want to try everything on to make sure everything fits. I have issues with my closet where things change sizes in my closet. So it's plan your outfits, plan your colors, and make sure everything fits before it goes in the bag. So you don't really need a lot when you're going on a beach vacation, because during the day you're going to be spending your day normally at the beach or by the pool, and then it's at night you're just going to be, dinner or dancing or whatever, just relaxing. So you don't really need a whole lot of things. So one thing that I do always recommend is I always bring another bag, a smaller bag. This is one of my favorites. I use this as, you can use that as a beach bag. You can use it as a shopping bag when you go into the markets or whatever, shopping. You can use it for, say for whatever reason, you buy so many souvenirs. We went to Mexico one time, and they have these beautiful Mexican blankets, and they take up a lot of space. So what we did one time was we packed our carry-on bags with the blankets, and then I still had my bag that normally goes underneath the seat. I still had that, and then you have, or actually that went in the bin above, and then I used this as my carry-on. So, we checked this bag. But it's always good to have options, and you just never know when you're gonna need just that extra little space. And of course, my beach hat. So when you're packing for vacation, besides picking out your outfits, you want to make sure that the clothes, the items that you're bringing are not the fussy kind where you're gonna need to press them once you get to your destination. More and more clothing out there is that nice, stretchy, thin material that doesn't get wrinkled. It folds up nice and small, and beautiful colors and everything. So it's pretty easy to pack for a week in just a small size bag. This is my little cosmetic bag. When you're packing in a suitcase, in a smaller suitcase like this, it is best to roll your clothes. This actually saves a lot of space, and it cuts down on wrinkles. Another option you have is these packing cubes. Packing cubes are great because, again, they cut down on the wrinkles, and they also compress your clothing. I found these that came in a set of 3. What I like about these is actually two-sided. This side's vented, and this side is not. I'm at a destination. You put your dirty clothes here, and then your clean clothes stay here or whatever. But it does keep things organized. I usually have one. Say this one, for instance, has my bathing suits on this side, and then on the other side is my workout clothes. So sometimes too, if you don't want to totally unpack, you can live out of your suitcase, but you know exactly right where everything is. Again, when you're picking your clothes and your outfits, this is just one of the dress made out of the material I was talking about. It's very stretchy. You can roll it up into a ball. It does not wrinkle. It still looks good. You know, you just put on a black, strap of your sandals, a little necklace, and you're good to go. When I'm on a beach vacation, I tend to pack a couple extra of these types of dresses because I use them as my beach cover-ups because a dress tends to be a little bit longer. So when you're going to a restaurant to eat or whatever, you're not, your legs, the back of your legs are covered when you're sitting in a restaurant. So, my dresses. So, ladies and gentlemen too, when you're planning your outfits, you just need to pick a couple colors and then just the mix and match. I usually always like to pack a pair of white jeans or white capris and a black skirt. You can put in another skirt or dress or whatever in there too. And then you can pack any colored top, and it just goes with everything, and you still look good. One day you can wear the pink top with your white pants, and then a few days later you can wear the pink top with your black skirt. You get two different outfits, and you're not packing too many things. Again, even using packing cubes, you still want to roll your clothes for the wrinkles, and it does save the space. Also, when you're packing in a smaller suitcase, you want to make use of every conceivable space to store stuff. So I always pack my socks inside my shoes. Again, if it's wasted space if you're not. Also, shoes, ladies, you don't need a lot of shoes. I normally bring 3. I have, of course, my sneakers, my workout sneakers, a pair of beach shoes, and then 1 pair of strappy sandals for dinner. So if you're planning your outfits, you want to make sure that you have your 1 pair of shoes for dinner that goes with all of your outfits. That way you're covered. Let me refer to my notes. So also, the only other thing that I think you should pack would be anything that you cannot live without. If you're the type that needs to bring your hair straightener, bring it. Most of the resorts and hotels have hair dryers now, so you don't need to pack them anymore. But if it's a specific shampoo or conditioner, as long as it's in that 3-ounce size, you can bring that. Otherwise, you can plan ahead and call your resort, check online to find out what they already provide that can save you some space in your suitcase for something else that you really want. Well, I think I've covered all of the bases. If you ever have any questions or comments about my show, please feel free to contact me. You can get in touch with me on Facebook at Bonnie's Travel on Facebook, or my website is www.bonniestravelsite.com, or you can contact me here through the station, and that is contact us at tv9seekonk.com. Well, it's been my pleasure, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.